Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last episode, we just witnessed Sherlock Holmes get shot, but he's still alive though. The fat guy, Windabank, is dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead. And I saw Gina. I'm not sure if she's dead, but I saw a gun on her hand. So let's continue. Investigation part 3. Don't mind the background. My dad's watching. My brother's watching. Really? I'll be right, Mr. Naruhodo. After them, go. Behind that door, in the storeroom. Hurry. Yeah, I knew it. It's Gina. Uh-oh. Even now, our hands on the... From that moment, Windabank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the case, and the questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back into my lodgings at 2221B. April, 6:21 a.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Oh, Iris. A telegram came, and all it was, wait at home. Oh yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, it was all alone. Hurley and Jenny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Nuno? Poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard to not let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. Something awful has happened, isn't it? Yes, I'm afraid so. Events at Windabanks. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windabank is dead. Pepe hence. He was shot, we discovered in the early hours of the morning. Oh, yes, I had a feeling. You did? All I saw of the police carriages pulling up outside his shop, so I knew something must have happened there. When we entered Windabanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out the street, I chased after them, but they got away. So it was one of them who shot Mr. Windabank, I suppose. I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment. Oh, why not? They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina. Ginny? But why? Well, the thing is... No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that. I know, but none of us think she did it. Then why have they arrested her? I'm sorry, there's nothing I could do. Show him situation. So where's Hurley then? Is he still investigating the case scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. About that. I don't want to worry Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to the hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Windabanks, a gun was fired and he took a bullet. Hurley was shot? No. It's alright. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? And where is he? Which hospital? He's at Sinners. They're taking him to there. I must see him at once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. It's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. To operate? Oh, poor Hurley. He's injured Sholmes. It was the two thugs that were in Mr. Windibank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see? It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them, go! After that, I ran out the street, but... well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away. Damn it, why am I so weak? I think that's a very good thing. Sorry. Well, if you've seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Bruno. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that. Oh, Iris. Saddle situation. Where's Susie, Bruno? She's still at the police station? Oh, why? I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Weren't you there then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Mrs. Saddle stayed behind the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later. Ah, I see. Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. Glad Inspector Greggs had agreed to me leaving early. You should have let me know, and I would have come to your station. Gina's arrest. So they think, I don't understand why they arrested Ginny, it's not fair. What about those two thugs at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they? No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris. This is all so horrible. Thing is, Mr. Windibank was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles, and the storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see, but he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well. Oh no! And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards... Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room? Yes, exactly. How did you know? It's the only explanation. Yes, the only explanation indeed. Well, what do you mean by that, Uno? Well... what can I say? I'll be damned if I agree, damned if I don't. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment, but I can at least try to find out Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno. I guess she's helping investigate. I can't stand her sitting around here waiting. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder, but I don't want to leave her all alone here either. Alright then, Iris? Perhaps you can help me? Oh yes, I'd love to. Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed. And don't forget we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. I see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Alright, let's go to the hospital then. Yeah, let's start the hospital first. Might as well. Don't want to get her mad. Hurley! Oh. He's not here. No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she? Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby and the bullet wound wasn't that bad, so he's been sent home. I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not, there's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. Oh. Hello, what do we have here? This one is off limits. No visiting. What are you doing in here, eh? Bobby. Well, have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin. Oh, well, begging your pardon then, man, sir. Little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. The great mystery solver as a mysterious family. That's how you see us, sure. Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley? I believe he's currently in the operating theater, ma'am. Undergoing an extensive operation. Extensive? It's been several hours since he went in. Oh dear, is he going to be alright? It doesn't appear to be working, you see. Anesthetic, that is. Oh. I've heard a report that the gentleman claims he might have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Huh. Anyway, I think it'd be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later. Oh, poor Hurley. We can examine the hospital room, can we? Or we can't. There's a notice board on the wall here. Look, let's see. What does it say? Thought of the day. On seeing many vermin, calmly and discreetly informed matron. Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on all the medicine. If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients. Rats and mice. Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose. But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear. Certainly hope so, for Mr. Sholm's sake. This must be Mr. Sholm's bed. Poor Hurley. I know, it looks as stiff as a board, doesn't it? Oh, I don't think that'll bother him. No? I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world. I think I'd call the police if I discovered something like that. I wonder what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris? Oh, haven't you seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries to help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see. Ah, right. I thought they were weapons of some sort. Seriously? Why would there be weapons in a hospital? I thought maybe a fighter had been injured in a battle contest and been brought here along with his weapon. That's surprisingly plausible. I think that's it. Alright. Let's go to the prison. I think, yeah, Gina's held there. 16th of April, local prison, cell 13. Hello, Gina. Hello, Gina. They let her keep. They literally let her keep her gun. Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made. I wish you wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for? Ginny, I have a feeling it's because of us that you ended up in trouble. So we were thinking we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry? You'd get lost. Oh, don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. Never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. Think you know me. Pull the other one. Oh. You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. I saw me chance. I sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. To see what I lay my hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am. But Ginny, I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some Coven said before they'd be a lawyer for me, or the like, said it was very right for something. I'm told to get him stuff. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring me any more obvious if she tried. Mario, you being like this, Ginny? Guess we have to talk to her. Legal representation. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? Wanted me to sign some papers, representation papers, or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway, the whole trial. Don't pin on me because I'm a kid and that's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Because that's how it's been for me growing up in the back slums. Me whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, you'll get your thought mates dragged up like a coppers or worse. I had it up to happen to me. Before and all, I've been sort of nearly a snap on the back of it all. Well. You can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you did the glass, dead. Okay. Gina, listen. If you like in court tomorrow, forget it. Ginny. Don't you trust Uno? Sorry guys, I'm being delayed. Nah, I don't. Look, I ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. Come on, Gina. You tell us what happened, Gina. Last night at the pawnbrokers. There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me, and then you know the rest. But why, Ginny? Why would you do that? It ain't obvious. The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work, and half the time you don't get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? It can't be the only reason why. What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What be the point of it anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Ginny. I believe you, whatever it is. Believe me, don't be daft. You can't be believing nothing. Everything's lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies? Unforgivable lie. What do you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Ginny, please. Oh yeah? I wanted to give you this, something to remember me by. What's this? It's a cat. Photographic print, but a really adorable cat? Found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point me in having it. Wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in the pocket out of the overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Come on, we need we have to oh, Ginny. The white cat photograph has been entered into court record. Let me check the court record. Huh? What's this? Look on the back of this print here, there's something written on it. 13th of February, 9 p.m. Article deposited, 1 small box. Amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, 13th of April, 9 p.m. So this photographic pic is a redemption ticket? 13th of February? That could be significant. It was just 2 days before the murder on the omnibus, wasn't it? Small box that doesn't tell much about it, does it? Luna, if Mr. McGilda has still had the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article. So do you think the box might be still present from somewhere in the shop? Ah, yes. It's something Mr. McGilda deposited and we need to investigate. Redemption ticket used for that plumber owned by the victim, Mr. Won the bank in the form of some handwritten notes on the back of the photograph. This is adorable little cat. I think it looks like a little wagahai. Always thought cats like to curl up inside under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different. I think that's it. Alright, where do we move now? Let's go to the pawnbroker then. 16th of April, Winterbank's Pawnbrokery. Okay. This is where it happened then. Last night. That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables. But, apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. No sign for the servants. No, you're right about that, actually. In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking. I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals, all dressed in black. Oh, yeah, I heard that. Gregson. Spectre, good morning.
I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed, at least.
Shame you let the two rogues get away, mine. Yes, I'm sorry about that. I thought you signed extra men to beat around the here, Glegsy. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty.
Ah, your ladyship. No one told me you were coming.
Expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care.
Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital are tending to him as we speak.
And I don't think it's Bruno's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job.
Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am. As you say.
The jet in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that. Would you believe it? It's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about personality. You know what? We already expected this, but fuck it.
Oh, where are me matters? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you like some juice? Some nice, refreshing fruit juice.
Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Glegsy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me if you like some. He's drinking tea. That's how he's gonna drink his tea? Jeez.
Ah, lovely. Top very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship.
I don't even recognize him like this. Okay. Can we really, like, see? Alright then, let's see what we can cover.
Oi, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything in here.
Oh, but we were hoping to investigate.
This is a crime scene, for Pete's sake. No touching.
What's the problem, Glegsy? Bruno's a lawyer, you know that.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship. Ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are a thorn on my side. Of course, if Mr. Nara was happy to be properly appointed by the accused, that would be another matter.
The accused?
Show me some representation papers. I'd be only too happy to let you nose around.
Did you hear that, Bruno? You need Ginny to sign some representation papers. Looks like presenting the detective here with the correct paper is the only way. Police are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it.
Stragglers out in front of the yard to examine every article in the shop and every ledger of the book of accounts.
Every article, but that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely.
Been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're sifting through it all in the ships at least, but still. We'll be working through the night, that's for sure, and even then we'll barely scratch the surface.
Crime in the pawnbrokers must be every policeman's worst nightmare.
It's every copper's worst nightmare, you know, a crime in the pawnbrokers. Instructions for the yard to examine every article in the shop and every ledger in the book of accounts.
Oh wait, it's the same guy. They say the same thing, jeez. Alright, just talk to Gregson. Investigation. So, how is the investigation going, Inspector?
Nothing to it, really. Simple case this. There's some definitive evidence. We're about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact.
Gina, you're going to charge her?
That's right. We should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow.
Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me.
Your ladyship, as much as I wish to oblige you, I'm afraid.
I see. You've already captured a pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you?
What the?
And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you?
How could you? How can you possibly know that?
We didn't. You tricked them. I had a feeling, that's all. Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you?
Well, yes, but they were rounded pretty quickly by the lads on the boat beat.
And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison?
She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course.
Alright. Mr. Sholmes. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition?
Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that info. Scotland Yard makes matters strictly confidential.
Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Steiner's. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know?
I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all.
Oh.
The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He lost a fair bit of blood.
Oh no.
He didn't seem too bad at the first hour or so. A hemorrhage like that is enough to make even one and only Sholmes pipe down.
This Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know.
Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They gotta stop that bleeding.
But he will be alright, won't he? They won't make him better?
Of course, your ladyship. He'll be right as rain is before you know it.
Oh, really? How do you know?
How do I know? Because, of course. Yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective, that's what—
Oh my god. We better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again. Oh dear, please don't die, Hurley.
Report to your ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theater.
I can't help but notice, Inspector.
What? Out with it, sunshine.
Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris.
Watch the sauce, Sonny. I'm a copper and we don't go into for favoritism.
He's right, you do treat us differently.
It's because of those adventures of Herlock Sholmes' stories. That's why.
Oh.
I crop him up, don't I, Inspector Tobias Gregson?
Oh yes, your acquaintance of Hurley's. What do you write about the Inspector, Iris? I don't remember, really.
It was one of the Sholmes lads. Gregson's the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it.
Oh, did I write that?
And you know what that one line did for me? The very next month, my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell you.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because everyone at the yard reads him. They all read Herlock Sholmes' stories. They even set up a fan club for me.
Jeez. Oh, Gregson. Of course, that explains everything. About the time that you became such a toady to me.
Can you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Sholmes could change his tune about me. Gregson, no, the great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think of what happened to my save that came out in my print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost worrying about it.
But that would never happen, Gregsy.
Every month when the new Reds magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages.
Well, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to sell your nerves. Here's more tea. Stop drinking more tea.
Ah, lovely. Ta very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship.
Total. teetotal.
Oh, or yeah, there's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naro.
Yes, what is it?
Got an important message for you. I forgot about it until now.
Important message? Wonder what could it be?
Important message.
Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector?
About the young lady who's naturally by your side, your assistant.
Oh, dear Susie, is she alright?
She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe? No, not anymore. She's had to head off.
Head off? Where?
Lord Strongart's office, of course. He summoned her.
Ah, yes, of course. I've forgotten about that.
When the witch socks took her into her yard carriage after we finished questioning her, he asked us to tell you that she didn't have to fear her return journey to go meet her and meet her there. She's got a nerve, using Scotland Yard as a blooming messaging service.
I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector. Why, does Susie have to go see the Lord Chief Justice? She didn't tell me, but I better head over to Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away. Alright. I guess we're moving to Lord Chief. Yeah, let's go to Lord Chief Justice's office. Yes, no matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness, somehow. Think the place is oppressive, it's normal. How so? I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you? Maybe it thinks the same about you.
So everything is clear with regards to tomorrow Rangers, I trust.
Oh no, I forgot. I had to give him this voice.
Yes, thank you very much.
There they are, Susato-san and Lord Strongheart. I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious.
Very good. There's nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. Know that you have much to do to prepare for your return to your homeland.
Wait, what did he just say? Your return to your homeland? Wait, she's leaving? Sato-san? Mr. Naruhodo. What was all that about?
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you for coming to collect your colleague.
What's this all about? Why were you talking about Mrs. Sato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow? Tomorrow? What about Ginny's trial? You mean she's been formally charged now? Oh dear. Damn. Mrs. Sato, what's this all about? Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue. It's just that's not what I ask. What happened? Why are you leaving? Yeah, why do we have to say you're leaving? It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh no! Professor Mikotoba?
Oh, if I may.
Yes, sorry.
You must be the defendant. Reinosuke Naruhodo, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor at forensic medicine in Yume University. We've received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news.
10 days ago, father collapsed with a fever and the cause is apparently unknown. Seems he grows weaker day by day. I don't believe it.
As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it'd be prudent for to hasten Mr. Sato's departure as much as possible.
Yes, absolutely. I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning. Can't believe this is happening. Gina's trial. So Gina has been charged. She'll have to appear in court?
Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of the trial has been already set for tomorrow.
No, not even 24 hours later.
Gina, the stray girl and the burner of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. An all too suspicious case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed in mid-robbery and shot the man in panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is. We are wasting time on these open and shut cases.
Not wasting time. Ginny would never do something like that.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart.
In deference to your fine services today, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting the child into my office. Leave now. Oh no.
Of course, Lord Strongheart.
Criminals will tell you the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can fulfill or the time it takes on unravel their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters to which to contend.
Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday.
It's no concern of yours. Though I'm sure I need not to remind you of that. "3 minutes precise into my next meeting. You must excuse me."
There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart.
Which is?
It's Mrs. Straight's trial. Wonder if you might permit me to defend her.
A time-leech suggestion? Sorry? The girl currently has no representation.
But that's not fair. She may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial.
Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for these young too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right.
Why would she do that?
Question that you would direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison.
Yes, thank you.
Now then, Simon, I was leaving. Good day to you.
What a day. Gina charged with murder. Susato-san about to leave. Come, Mr. Naruhodo, Iris. We must make haste. But Susie, you're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Do you have any packing and things to do? As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can. Thank you, Susato. It's a very pensive look. I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go. If I'm honest, it's completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can as a lawyer. To the prison! Alright then. Ah! Hello again, Gina? Getting her gun again out? What do you lot do here for now? Have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved into our faces yet again, obviously. I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition to that thing, don't I? Look! You can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to you. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? I'm sorry to say, I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Farewell? Tomorrow I must beg my journey back home. To Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Alright? I had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. So many wonderful memories. As yet things as stand now, hell. Be a glum party indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Susie. Well, what ain't my business? Well, if Miss Iris and Mr. Naruto believes in you innocent, Gina, put your faith in you. But somehow you can't find in your heart to put your faith in them. Oh yeah, that's right, I can. What of it? Grieves me this greatly to say goodbye to my friends when you're clearly so unhappy. Because of you. What? It's my fault? Yes, I have one final request for you before I pass Never Cross again. Right here and now, I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they invested in you. Only by doing that will you truly be alone as you claim to be. What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, You told us just about everyone's lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. What about you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies? You must tell Mr. Naruto and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as judicial assistant. No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing heavily on Gina's mind. I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about the trial? Wait. The one in which Mr. Magnus McGildy was acquitted. I was questioning about that. Could she have lied in her testimony during McGildy's case? He's that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied when you wouldn't believe. Will you tell us about it now? The trial 2 months ago. Like you said, it happened 2 months ago. The coppers got hold of me and shoved me into the witness stand. And based on your testimony, Mr. McGildy was declared innocent. Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff. I knew it. Where'd you get it? Where did the package come from? What sort of thing you lie about? Hold on, before we open it, let me finish this. Sorry, guys. Sitting under the seat that night, that was the truth. It was pitch black in that cubby little hole. Couldn't see a thing, and then... thud. Heard that loud thud like someone falling on the floor. That's when Mr. McGildy discovered you. Yeah. Pulled me out from under the seat and sat next to me. Next to the dead man. Very much light to see by, but when I looked at me and it had covered blood all over him, I was so scared. Couldn't even speak. You had his blood on your hands? In other words, It was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the sky. What were the witnesses doing? What the hell were the witnesses doing? Mr. McGilded started asking you questions, I suppose? Who you were and why you were hiding under the seat? Yeah, he did. Only that's not all. What do you mean? He told you about a plan. I mean, he threatened me. Threatened you how? Made me swear about what I seen and what I heard. What he was gonna do after the kobold was found dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. After I did that, he said you let me scupper before the copper showed up. Gina, you must tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. What you saw. You said Mr. McGilded made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw, but you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you? Yes, with Mr. McGilded sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but it was when I heard the thud of a coal hitting the floor, I let out a little scream. I couldn't help it. Mr. Gilded heard that and her dragged me out by the arm. That's when I saw it. I was on the floor next to Yogi as I had been stabbed. A disc all bright and bright? A disc? A disc? Do you mean that same disc? Yeah, that's it. The one we deal took off me from in the banks. So the music box disc was there on the floor of the omnibus? Well, not for long, Mr. McGilded spotted it straight away, picked it up in smartish and stuffed it inside a pocket. So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder. Bogtrotter told me. I weren't to mutter a word of it to no one. What you heard? Because it was so dark under the seat in the cab. I was straining me ears the whole time. After a while I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably that was Mr. McGilded getting on board? Nah, not only him. Oh? Because I definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people. In that case, it would seem like it was Mr. McGilded and the victim. Mr. Thrice-fired Mason. His testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilded claimed he has slept during a carriage ride. Oh, whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness. I always succumb to it. And your own testimony, Gina, supported his. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Okay. Yeah, that weren't exactly true. Not everyone was asleep. I could hear him talking the whole time in low voices. What? What were they talking about? Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Miss McGilded and the victim knew each other. So Miss McGilded was lying as I suspected. After the event, I knew we weren't going to take long before someone raised the alarm and that the bloke had been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to stop, Mr. McGilded told me to idle back in under the seat again. Climbed in and waited. The 2 cobs from up the top ran off to get the coppers. Yes, I'm Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right. And after they gone, Mr. McGilded asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor? Now then, fella. All you need to do is take off this coat of mine and deposit it in a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let me see now. I'll give you 10 guineas. What the 10 guineas? Nearby pawnbroker, you mean Baker Street? Yup, you got it. It was Winterbanks. The coach just snapped up the money and ran up the coat as fast as he could. There was no one left in the carriage. Mr. Gilda opened the box under the seat. Let me get out of here. But without conditions. I see. Miss McGilda's conditions. Or the Miss McGilda conditions then. For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling you a soul. Not for anything. About what I saw, what I've heard. And there was something else as well. And there's more. Yeah. There was most important thing, he said. After sending the coachman up a little errand for me, with small change in his mind. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Do you see anything at all? You asked him to go pop your weasel, right? Aye, the fiend's taking me over to deposit with a pawnbroker's hereabouts. I want you lads to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand? What, you want me to have the ticket? That's right, I'll come fetch it from you later, sometime within the next 2 months. You're to hang on to it until then, until that's clear. Whatever you do, don't lose it. Alright then. In any case, I might happen to be delayed at all. You're to go to the pawn shop Winterbank, so it is. So extend the loan before 2 months is up. You forget the article will be forfeited, and if any old fiend can come along to buy it. Yeah, but I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5, that should be enough. Do we understand each other, lads? Don't try anything funny now, if you go against me. Yeah, I get it. Good, and one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt. The coppers. Alright, they'll be coming to ask you to take you to coin and sand to testify as a witness. Let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is that you might say? What is it that you want? Blackmail. This is pure blackmail. After you gone over it all, I piked it as far as there as I could. I hid the pawnbroker's ticket in some bushes near the scene and fetched it the next day once it got dark. So Mr. McGilda planned it and coerced you into giving false testimony. God dang it. Fucking Mr. McGilda. I bet you're ready to sing me up, eh? I lied in that big old courtroom. I told some corkers. The thing is, he said he wouldn't make it so we couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with. What a wicked man. We knew everything when we went back in the slums. He knew he had no one to look after us, so we all look out for each other by getting by together. See me, Mr. Gilda, would have... In a heartbeat, he could have had a lot of us chase out up there if he wanted. Then he could have gone, eh? No one that's where. So, I didn't have no choice. Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything. But, I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it, you must be livid. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. Favor what? Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial. Eh? If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. We need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us. Investigate what? The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see. You what? Well, he's having a big operation tonight. Right now, Ginny. Is it bad? Is he gonna be alright? Sholmes is gonna be alright, right? That's why I want to investigate. For Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything. Alright. So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's be happy, is that it? Something like that? Mr. Sato? Yes, of course, I have the representation's papers here. Come on, Gina. I don't need anyone to stick up for me, though. No lawyer or nothing. Looks like... Can we? Please? Poor Ginny. Seems to be lonely. Ginny's representation papers have been entered into the court record. The put her in charge of defense, showing this to Scotland Yard detectives, giving us access to the crime scene. Well, at least it should mean we can investigate the scene at Windibanks now. Yes, perhaps we can come back to visit Ginny when we're done there. I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She opened up to us at last. Now I have her representation papers, and no one else knows what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us from investigating at Windibanks. Although something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. Well, it is what it is, but we have to investigate. This is for Mr. Sholmes, for Gina, for the Windibank pawnbroker. Alright. I think that'll be it for today's episode. It's a pretty decent episode. So next time on Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, we're gonna do in part 4 the investigation. Damn. And hopefully, I think it'll be the last part of the investigation before the trial. See you guys all next time.